Hello, and welcome back to #Hired, a mini-series exposing real VirtForce success stories about real VirtForce family members. My #Hired tip for this episode is to build a brag binder. Build a brag binder. What the heck is a brag binder? A brag binder is while you're working, when you do something that your peers, management, or colleagues recognize as outstanding work, they might say something back to you like, "Hey Kimber, this was marvelous. This was absolutely flawless in every way. I'm gonna make sure that I report this up the chain." Take a screenshot of that and stick it in a folder or email it to yourself so that you can access it outside of that position. All right, what you should eventually compile is a little folder of wins, successes, and even examples of your work. And you start to put this dossier or portfolio together of what you really are like on the job. This is so cool if you can print it off and hand it in an interview or email it to someone that you're interviewing with to show them, hey, I'm not just talking the talk, I walk the walk, and my colleagues recognize it. So build that brag binder. Build it, baby. You can do it. All right, in this episode, we are flipping the script and we are meeting with an employer who's gonna talk to us about their experience working with VirtForce. So Elisabeth Stitt is here to tell us why, when she needed her next virtual team member, she immediately nominated VirtForce to be the place where that team member came from. Let's tune in right now. Virtual employment is here to stay. I'm military spouse, VirtForce founder, and your remote work expert, Kimber Hill. Subscribe now to learn how you too can thrive in the virtual workforce.
I nominated Leah Hoogland because she continually goes so far above and beyond what I ask for her that I couldn't be happier. I wrote a job description of the things that I thought that I wanted and needed, and she comes up with the things I didn't know that I wanted and needed. I'm so grateful that I found VirtForce because the process was so easy and I got so many responses. I got over 60 qualified people who would have worked in some way or another. Not everybody would have been as ideal, but people who were incredibly qualified, who looked like really great people that I would have been able to work with, if not, perfectly matched. And I knew Leah was overqualified when I hired her. And I contacted her and I asked her, why are you responding to my ad when I'm just a solo entrepreneur? I can't pay you what you deserve. And she was great, and she was really clear about saying that she wants the flexibility, that her family is her priority, and that she was happy to be supporting my work because she believes in the work that I do. And so that felt really good to have somebody who was there, who was choosing me as much as I was choosing her. One of the reasons that I hired Leah was because she sent so much more than I had asked for in the application process. She had examples of her work that were beautifully done, and so I didn't have to take her word on what was the quality of the kind of social media posts that she could put together. She gave me multiple examples, and they were beautifully presented. And I'm a former English teacher, so one little test that I have is just that, if my metaphorical red pen were to come down on an applicant, they're out. And because I figure that even if it's something that you have a hard time with on a day-to-day basis, when you're going to get a job, you can ask 4 or 5 people to look at your work and to make sure that it's absolutely perfect. And Leah's was absolutely perfect. And so that was a great first start. But her work continues to be perfect. She's one of the few people I've worked with where I seldom ever have to edit anything that she's done. Leah started working for me last summer. I can't remember if her first day or June or July, but it's been a good working relationship since last summer. And I live in fear that she will get bored and decide that she wants to do something else. I posted for a VA with the hope and the expectation that at the very least I could find somebody who could handle sort of some of the fiddly bits of doing things like taking a blog and formatting it into MailChimp and scheduling it and getting it out the door. But Leah really is an expert social media person, and so she has gone so far above and beyond what I've asked for in terms of running my Instagram, running my Facebook pages, coming up with graphics for things. Yes, finding solutions for things that I didn't know were a way to solve things. And particularly I have had remote support before, but she has had great ideas about how to make to use Google Docs and how to interface with clients through Google Docs in ways that allows her to be able to support me and me to be able to see things easily, and then my clients to be able to see things easily. So that's been a big plus and something learning for me, so that I'll get to be able to keep doing that. Leah has excelled in so many ways in supporting joyful parenting coaching. Maybe one of the ways I most appreciate is just because she's a mom, she's looking at my material and reading my material, and it's great to kind of have a compass, so to speak, like sort of, a consistent source of feedback from somebody who is not my family. They have to love me, but somebody from outside the family. And the way that she is able to take material that I do in one way and repurpose it for something else, for an Instagram post, or she's helped me with my YouTube channel, my YouTube videos. She's helped me get more viewers for my YouTube videos. Yeah, and I probably under-communicate. She'd probably appreciate a little bit more direction, but she's just gone with it. And it makes me so happy when I'm like going through the Instagram and I'll go like, oh, wow, that's wonderful. Or I'll be on Facebook and I'll see that she's posted something and I didn't specifically ask her to post it. She's just recognized proactively that, oh, we should have a post on that. And that's really the experience of working with her, that she's thinking about my business and she's seeing opportunities for things.
A note for Leah. Leah, I'm so glad that you found work you can believe in and a position that allows you to keep your family as your first priority. And thank you for being an incredible virtual assistant with your new employer and with Elisabeth. I know that your employer appreciates your creative problem-solving solutions and your ability to identify problems that they didn't even know were there. So we know that this is going to continue to serve you in your remote career, and we look forward to watching you go above and beyond.